One of the best views you'll find in all of baseball. Downtown Pittsburgh and PNC Park. Tonight we wrap up this 3-game series between the New York Mets and the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Garrett Cole gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, good thing for him that he's pitching at home. ERA has been great when he's toiling in his own ballpark.
David Wright heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Third baseman, David Wright.
And we're underway as the first pitch is a check swing, but a called strike, 0-1. Eric, we look at this Pirate ball club as they enter play here tonight. Despite the loss last time out, they'd won 4 in a row, so they'd been on a nice little roll here.
Well, I don't know if it's an old saying or not, but if you can play .750 ball at home, .500 on the road, you'd win 100 games. Well, this has been an .800 homestand for them so far. They're 4-1. They'd love to keep that going here.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. On the move is Polanco. 1 away. With that, here are Terry Collins' New York Mets. Eric, who stands out to you?
Well, you better look out for Lucas Duda. He leads his team in home runs, and they really rely on that power to help them put runs on the board.
Neil Walker will get his first shot here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
Into the seats, 0-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Well, Kingsley's a pretty fair umpire. Sometimes a pitcher will get a call in the corners, but he rarely has people barking at him about a strike zone.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding on.
And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
And you know the problem with his slider, and it almost sounds stupid to say it, but sometimes it can literally move too much. I mean, it's a great pitch, don't get me wrong. But here, look at how far this thing runs in. That's a pitch that can be hard to control at times, and here it winds up costing him.
Yoenis Cespedes will stand in, and as you can see the numbers away from home, he's been much better once he gets out on the road. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Cole sets. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
And on 0-2, I'd be shocked to see another fastball in the strike zone.
And a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning. And with that, let's give you a look at how the Pirates align defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, Matty, out in that corner outfield spot, a very reliable left fielder. Not somebody that's going to make the great plays, but every routine ball, it's as good as gold.
Lucas Duda will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. Here's the first pitch to him.
0-1.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Well, he's down 0-2 now, and he hasn't even seen the changeup yet. That could be the strikeout pitch of choice right here.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's popped up out towards short right field. And now Harrison will look this one in to retire the side. Mets strand one. Now the Pirates will get their first opportunity. No score. Matt Harvey gets the starting nod for the Mets. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, Matty, he's looking to knock down that ERA. You see there, he's into the fours, looking to have a little better start than what he's been accustomed to.
Josh Harrison comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Pirates, second baseman, Josh Harrison.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. EK, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Yeah, and when you're playing good baseball, suddenly first place starts coming into clearer focus. They've really made up some ground here in this past week or so.
Here he comes on 2-0. 3-0 now. Gregory Polanco waits on deck. And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now.
Yeah, a much better pitch there than the one he threw on 2-0.
Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2.
And for a starter, he has one of the better fastballs you're going to see. That one at 95.
Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Harrison is retired, and there's one away. And here's how Clint Hurdle set his Pirates lineup for this one. What's the key to sending fans home smiling tonight, Steve?
Well, these guys go up there hacking, man. They are dead last in walks, so they have to be a little less aggressive at the plate to sustain some good offense throughout the entire season.
Gregory Polanco settles in for his first at-bat, and he'll be looking to break out in this one, not having much success at the plate over the last week and a half. In there at the knees, strike 1.
That first pitch is going to be key all night long. If he gets ahead early with the fastball, that's when he can get tough to figure out, especially with the arsenal that he has.
Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Yeah, plenty to worry about now with only one out. Not only do you have a dangerous hitter on deck, but you've got a real speedster over there at first, so he could very well be on the move here.
Andrew McCutchen will stand in, and as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against the southpaws than he does against right-handers. Harvey over to first, back in standing. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. Nothing inside here, at least not to start the at-bat, and I imagine that's by design.
Yeah, they'll give him right field. They just don't want him to turn on something.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Fly ball out toward right field. There to pull it in, Lagares, and there are 2 away now. With a moment now, let's take a look at the defense for the New York Mets. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
Starling Marte will get his first shot here. Couple of hits in 4 trips last night.
Well, this guy's hitting over 300 on the year now, and he had a good performance yesterday as well.
And this one's in the dirt. But fortunately here, no advance. The 1-0 delivery. 2-0.
And now on 2-0, we got a fastball count, and we got a good fastball hitter. That might spell some trouble if he indeed gets one out over the plate.
A runner on first with 2 away. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Is he worrying too much about that guy on first?
I think he might be. Guys worry so much about the stolen base, but they don't realize that a walk is 10 times worse.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
Not turned loose there. I thought that he might be swinging with 2 away, but apparently not.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. Backhanded. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Nothing in the Pirate first. We're on to the second now in Pittsburgh. No score on the show. Travis d'Arnaud makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second. Cole gets the sign. Here comes the first pitch. Behind on that one. Now behind in the count. 0-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. And he's going to kick off the second with extra bases. On his way to second is d'Arnaud. And he gets in there standing. He's got himself a double.
Well, the average is clearly not where he wants it to be, but you wouldn't know it by that swing right there. Pitch selection has been a problem for him, but this is right out over the plate. And this might help him get back into a positive state of mind.
Curtis Granderson will stand in now with a good chance to break the seal here following the leadoff double.
Well, it's a good RBI opportunity, but you've got to remember your first job, which is to at least get that guy over to third base.
Here comes the first pitch. A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1. Now a swing and a miss there from Granderson, and he's quickly down here 0-2. Hit hard towards center, and that's in there. Base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
A perfect start to the inning here in a tie ball game. You get that leadoff double, and he's moved over to third on the base hit. So now Heck, even a double play ball will get you the lead, though I bet they'll be looking for a lot more than that.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball one. Comes into play here at 273. 3 homers and a dozen RBIs. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Chopped weakly to the left. Taken in by Mercer. Throw to second will be in time, but the run's going to come in and score. But they will not have a shot at 2. He's safe at first, and that will plate our opening marker of the ball game.
Yeah, really no shot at 2 on a high chopper like that one. They do wind up getting the force at second, but that runner from third is able to just waltz in and score.
Juan Lagares will stride forward now, looking to keep that hit streak alive. Currently at 6 games entering play. First pitch coming. Here it is. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball one. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. We're in the second. 1-0 Mets early on. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Oh, he wanted that one, but it misses for ball 3.
Well, it looks like he's aiming the baseball now instead of just letting it go.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. And the count will be full. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Yeah, and there are some times where you characterize a pitch as a sweeping slider, but this one does not fall into that category. I mean, this is a nasty little break at the end. Tough to do anything with that.
Standing in now, Matt Harvey. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Marte is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Mets played a run on a couple of hits. On now to the bottom of the second. It's the Mets 1 and the Pirates nothing. Joe Mauer gets his first shot now, and he's working on a modest 5-game hitting streak.
First baseman, Joe Mauer.
Into the windup and the pitch. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
That's a 2-seam fastball right there. It looks to the hitter like it's going to be inside, and then it tails back to the inside corner of the plate.
High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Granderson going back, reaches out. Oh no, he dropped it. But he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall.
Well, you got to start a streak somewhere, and he's well into this one now. A 6-game hit streak with that base hit. He's swinging the bat pretty good right now.
David Freese will get an opportunity now following the leadoff double.
And with his guys down by a run, at the very least, you need to try to shoot something to the right side. Hopefully get that runner over to third with 1 out.
First delivery to him on the way. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. For Mauer, he's at second with his 9th 2-base hit of the year. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Look out. 2-0 now.
I think it's pretty simple. The message here is stop leaning out over the plate. Our pitcher's got to be able to work inside, so that's just a reminder there.
No one out with a runner at second. Look out. All over the place now. 3-0. Taking all the way that time. It's 3-1.
And you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
Right side, hit hard. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's 1st and 3rd now with nobody out.
Another good at-bat here to start the inning. That's 2 in a row that have reached base. So with nobody out, that'll give him a good shot to, at the very least, tie up this ball game, if not take the lead.
So striding in, Chris Stewart, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at 3rd. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Now with 2 on, nobody out, you got to be thinking strikeout double play out there on the mound. But one or the other is what you really need.
The 0-1 on its way. Hit hard towards the hole. And this is a base hit, and that'll get him on the board as this ball game is tied at 1.
That's a nice swing of the bat right there. Hits that ball right on the button out to left field. That'll easily score that runner from 3rd.
Jordy Mercer will stand in now, happy that this series is at home, no doubt, as you see his splits right there. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
And he's probably a little bit upset with himself for giving up that early run, but he really reached back for something extra right there.
Hit hard up the middle. And that is through into center field, a base hit. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out.
Boy, that guy on the mound right now needs a double play in the worst way. That's 4 straight hits now to start the inning. He just needs something to go his way.
Standing in now with runners in scoring position, Garrett Cole. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Bases loaded here, nobody out. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Would you say he's not really finishing his pitches at this point?
That's a good way to put it. It looks like he's aiming a little too much, and that's not working for him.
Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
Oh, my gosh, he is falling apart out there right now. That's the pitcher at the plate. Doesn't he know that?
Right on the corner, 2-2.
Now with 2 strikes, he can put the ground ball on the back burner and really go after the strikeout here.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Oh, and he struck him out. A big strikeout there with the bases loaded, and that's the first out of the inning.
And for as hard as he throws, he's not just a thrower out there. I mean, this is pinpoint accuracy with his fastball. He puts it right on the knees on the inside corner. Not a whole lot you're going to do with that pitch.
Josh Harrison stands in. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball one. The set and the 1-0 pitch. That evens it up 1-1. Hot shot down the line. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. 1 run scores. And they'll hold that runner at third, so everyone moves up, and they remain loaded here with still only 1 gone. And now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound to discuss how they want to attack things here. Gregory Polanco has a great opportunity now to break this game wide open as he comes to the plate with the bases loaded.
Yeah, I'm sure he's been watching closely here, Matt. Always feels great to get some run support from your guys.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Cespedes is there. 2 down. And never much of a chance to even think about scoring there. What a big second out.
Yeah, he probably didn't have much of a shot to score on that ball, but with 1 out already, maybe you think about putting the pressure on the defense to throw you out. But we'll never know now.
Andrew McCutchen stands in, the 8th batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away.
Yeah, you know, and this could get ugly in a hurry. Or pretty, I guess, depending on which dugout you're sitting in.
And a high strike there, 0-1. Is that really the spot you want to be messing with here?
It shouldn't be. That's a danger zone if you ask me.
Looking to minimize the damage here. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. Just a touch inside. Perhaps it's 2-1. Bad time for the strike zone to go MIA.
Yeah, and he could have used that one, no doubt about it.
And the pitch on 2-1. Hit hard back up the middle. And that'll get by into center field for a base hit. And he is in there. On a great throw from Granderson, they got him at the plate. So they pick up 3 runs on 6 hits. No errors and 2 left. We've played 2 full. Pittsburgh leads this one 3-1. David Wright is set to start things out here with his guys down a pair as we begin the 3rd.
Yeah, you need a good leadoff at-bat here, Matt. It'd be big if they could punch back a little bit in this inning.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see he's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
And we've seen guys swing at that 4-seam riding fastball up in the zone. But you're never going to get on top of that thing when it's up that high.
Chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Cole's ready, looking for the strikeout here on 0-2. And a good 0-2 pitch there, but Wright able to lay off to make it a ball and 2 strikes.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
And he lays off the curveball. Strike 3 called, and that's going to be out number 1.
We'll take another look at the sequence here on Show Track. Now, as we watch, notice that it's all hard stuff through the first 4 pitches. But then on pitch number 5, he finally turns to something off speed, and that leaves the hitter with no chance.
Here's Neil Walker. Grounded down the third baseline. Freeze on the slide. It's in time.
Woo, no problem.
The left fielder, number 52, Yoenis Cespedes.
Yoenis Cespedes is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, they got him on a breaking ball, so now we'll see if they try to put him away with soft stuff again if they get that chance.
Right. Too high, 1-0.
Still a little bit early to be worrying about this, but in a 2-run game, a 2-out walk here would at least get the tying run to the plate. And on top of that, this guy has some pop.
Takes this the other way to right. Polanco is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Mets go down 1-2-3. They still trail it here 3-1. Starling Marte digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
Well, that's just unfair right there. I mean, most guys throw a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. He's throwing a 91-mile-an-hour slider.
And he falls behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out. So with one away, a reminder we've got more Pittsburgh Pirates baseball for you in the week ahead as you take a look there at where we'll be over the next 7 days. Settling in now, Joe Mauer. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
Third inning here, 3-1 our score. Liner toward right center. And that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night.
And at this point, I don't think you could expect anything less than a 2-hit ball game from this guy. I mean, he's been as hot as anybody lately, and he comes through again here.
David Freese strides in after getting a base hit and later scoring the first time around. Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. And he lays off there 1-0.
And I think that's been a big part of the problem so far. He just can't locate his fastball, especially in situations where he has to.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
I think all these hits are making him a little gun-shy out there. He's starting to aim the ball and to nibble. When calls don't go your way, that could be trouble.
Runners on first with 1 down. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
And he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
Three 3-0 pitch on its way. And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with one away.
Catcher, Chris Stewart.
Striding into the box, Chris Stewart. He reached on a single in his first try.
And everyone knows he's slumping right now, so we'll see if that got him going.
Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1.
Good pitch right there. Right on the heels of a walk. He needed to get ahead of the next guy, and he did just that.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Cespedes is after it. 2 gone.
Boy, these are the kind of days where even I want to grab a bat. Everybody on that offense is hitting the ball hard somewhere.
Jordy Mercer stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
He's set. Here it comes. And he takes ball 1.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. You know, that's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
Just missing here. 2-0.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in a strike zone.
2 down, runners at first and second. Shot toward second. And a reach to his backhand side at second, but this finds a way by. The relay throw, and this will come in far too late. He's in there at third.
You know, sometimes this game can just be flat out simple. Here, he just worked his way into a good count, bought himself a nice fastball to hit, and then just rips it out there to drive in a run.
And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. Stepping in now, Garrett Cole, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
And even after the 2-out RBI, you still have a chance to help yourself out here with a hit. You got a man in scoring position.
Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
And you can't make this easy on him right here. At least make some contact and force him to make a play.
Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Well, now might be a good time to call on that 2-seamer running in.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. Ground ball right side. And he will get him at first on a fine spin and throw from short right, and that ends the inning. Pirates get just the 1, and that's all. 3 innings complete. Pirates on top, 4-1. Lucas Duda is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Cole has his target. Here's the delivery. And this is fouled back and out of play. The windup and the 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two.
And sometimes you got to cut down a little stride against a guy who's throwing this hard. Either you take that leg kick completely out of the equation, or you get it started just a little bit quicker.
Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Well, this is a stroll he's taken 5 times in this series now. That slow walk back to the dugout after getting punched out. After a while, these things, they start to wear on you. You've got to try to keep the mindset that every at-bat's a new opportunity, but most of the time, that's easier said than done.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. As he swings and hits this one fouled off to the right and out of play. 4-1 our score as we play inning number 4. Chopped foul right at home plate. Now a swing and a miss on a pitch well out of the strike zone as he becomes the second out.
Boy, and he's come out with a plan against these hitters, and he's executed that plan to perfection here early on. That's 7 in a row now he's set down.
So 2 are gone in the Mets half of the fourth. And standing in now is the dangerous center fielder, Curtis Granderson. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Lifted in the air to center. Marte on the move. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And he'll make it in there with a 2-out double. So they'll try to make something of this 4th inning after all, as he's into second with a 2-out double. And that'll bring us to our Mets leaderboard. And as you can see, he's currently second on the ball club in that department.
Yeah, he's really contributed to the team this year. Here he is on second again with a chance to score on just a single.
Asdrubal Cabrera will get an opportunity here in a run-scoring spot now following the 2-out double.
And this is really where you earn your money. Runner on second, 2 outs. Let's see what he can do here.
And that'll get through into center field for a base hit. Stewart's tag is too late. He's in safely to score.
Well, it looked like this inning was just about in the books, but then you get the 2-out double to put the man in scoring position. Next hitter follows that up with a base hit here and makes something out of the inning after all.
Here's Juan Lagares as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. Looped out towards short. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Mets played a run on a couple of hits. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. It's the Pirates 4 and the Mets 2. Josh Harrison is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
First pitch here misses wide, 1-0.
And for that guy right there, this is going to be an important inning. He's already given up 4 runs through 3. And you know, they need to get a minimum of 5, hopefully 6 innings out of him. So he needs to show something right here.
And he misses again, 2-0. A strike, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for one pitch in one spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Cabrera is there for it. 1 out.
And he'll take a long exhale on his way back to the dugout. When he looks back on the tape of this, he'll realize that he needs to be a little more committed to his swing. You know, he had no chance of that working out well for him.
Gregory Polanco will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. Now this is cut and thrown to first. And now he throws on the brakes, but he can't get back to first, and he's nailed for the 2nd out. Big mistake there. Andrew McCutchen will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Well, he's thrown a fair amount of first pitch strikes, about 60%, but you've got to locate better, and that's the reason why he's having a tough time out there.
And he takes this one high, 1-1. We're in the 4th inning of a 4-2 ball game. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
Ooh, there's a tough one to take right there on a 1-2 pitch, especially after fighting off so many pitches leading up to that one.
Hit hard to short. Cabrera's up with it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Back with more on our Wednesday night showcase right after this. Matt Harvey will open the inning here for the Mets, with David Wright following on deck.
And you know, guys, it's never fun to have your pitcher leading off an inning for you in this situation, but hey, who knows? Maybe you'll get lucky.
Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
A late swing on the slider, and quickly it's 0-2. And not much of an effort there as he'll look at strike 3 called. And on 3 pitches, he's your first out of the inning.
Well, there's no question this guy's got to be in the running for the Cy Young this year. He makes quick work of this guy on 3 pitches. That was just too easy.
Here's the third baseman, David Wright. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. (4-2) our score here as we play inning number 5. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Cole into the windup. 1-1 on its way. On a hole now as he swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-2 now.
Seems like it's been a fairly consistent pattern. Hard stuff early, soft stuff late. But these guys don't seem to have caught on yet.
It's a pretty standard operating procedure, too. But they just look lost up there.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Neil Walker.
Here's Neil Walker. As he'll take a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
And this is high, a ball and a strike. Cold strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now. Two out, nobody on. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. The three of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. Starling Marte comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. Gotta say, they've done a pretty nice job laying off that tough changeup.
And I think you have to give some credit to that hitting coach. He's tried to tell him that pitch is not going to be a strike. You got to wait and make him bring something up in the zone.
2-0 now. Strike called. 2-1. Hard liner toward short, but right to Cabrera, and that's the first out.
Yeah, and that might give you an idea of how his stuff is starting to straighten out just a little bit here now. It's the 3rd time through the lineup, and guys weren't getting a ton of solid contact earlier, but as his pitch count rises, they're starting to zero in on him now.
Joe Mauer digs in. He reached on a single and would later wind up scoring in his last at-bat. And he'll power in a fastball, that time at 94 for strike 1. Hard hit towards center. And again, he's got himself a base hit. Make it 3 for 3.
A couple of hard-hit balls here to start the inning. Well, the first one found a glove, but not this one, though. He's on with a 1-out single.
David Freese stands in, reached on a walk in his last trip. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0.
And now with that pitch count getting up there just a little bit, you can see that some of these pitches are missing just a little farther away than they were earlier.
Here comes the 1-0. And he watches a called strike as this one bears in on him. 1-1. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
Four runs, 11 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. Had him fooled as he swings through the curveball. 2 down.
Well, this curveball, it just disappears. He thinks he's right on it at the plate. And look where it winds up. Completely out of the zone. And that's what you want as a pitcher. You want hitters to chase pitches that aren't strikes.
Chris Stewart will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. And it's quickly 0-2. Two out with the man at first. Down the third baseline. Played on the backhand. He'll go the short way to Walker at second for the force, and that ends the inning. Pirates leave 1, but they still lead this one 4-2. Yoenis Cespedes makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Marte going back. Still going back. Gone! A solo home run here off the bat of Yoenis Cespedes. 8th home run on the season for him as it's trimmed to a 4-3 game now.
You just can't throw that pitch right there. That swing tells a story right there. I mean, he got all of that one. Remember, he homered in yesterday's ball game too, so he's riding a pretty good hot streak these past couple of days.
Here's Lucas Duda now.
Number 21.
As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
Boy, he goes right back to that same pitch that he just gave up a home run on. Put it in another dangerous location, too. Lucky he got away with that one.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2.
Nope.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
That's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
And again, they try to take him down in the strike zone just to see if he'll go after that pitch below the knees. But with 2 strikes, he's been able to lay off that thing now twice in a row.
And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game.
Well, this is a fastball away right here, and you're going to see him get just a little bit too pull-happy trying to tie this thing up, and it's not going to work.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now.
And with some of these guys, it's like they're in an 0-2 count before they even come to the plate.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Way outside. 1-2.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. He struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Well, not only is that 10 strikeouts now, but I'll tell you what, we've still got a few innings to go here. If he keeps throwing the way he is, he can make that number really interesting by the time this one's through.
Curtis Granderson steps in here. He'll look to keep it going after hitting a double and scoring a run last time up. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Called strike 0-2.
And this has been a pretty good comeback from that leadoff home run. 2 straight outs now and 2 strikes here as well.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Mets draw a hair closer thanks to the solo home run. Bottom of the 6th is straight ahead. It's the Pirates 4 and the Mets 3. Number 51 will come in and pitch now.
For the Mets, number 51.
Jordy Mercer will make his way in as he leads things off here in the Pirates' half of the 6th.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike one. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
And he's probably thinking, if they just could have left that starter in a little bit longer. I mean, he was 2 for 2 against him. Not so fortunate against his successor.
Into the box now, Garrett Cole. Hit hard towards second, and that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
Pinch hitter? Who needs a pinch hitter? Hey, there's nothing to this.
Josh Harrison stands in. He got under one and popped out his last time up.
Yeah, he just uppercut a fastball. That top hand kind of dragged through the zone, which caused the bat head to drop a little bit.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball one. The 1-0 delivery. In for a strike. It's 1-1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball. 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Cespedes on the move. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
The right fielder, number 25, Gregory Polanco.
Gregory Polanco ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that 3rd hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
From the stretch. Fastball too high to start him out here. 1-0. (4-3) our score here as we play inning number 6. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that's in there for a base hit, his third hit of the game.
Oh, yeah, he's got that magic wand going now. That's his third hit in 4 trips, all of them singles, and he's been a tough out all game long.
Andrew McCutchen strides in now, and we'll see if he can come through with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th.
Well, there's still a lot of this game left, but it is starting to get late. This is a big opportunity that they don't want to let slip away.
A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1.
And you can bet they'll pitch him carefully with a couple guys on base.
Two men are on with 2 men out. Oh, and trouble lurking now. He's got it to 2-0.
2 times here they've gone away, both pretty easy takes. And as a hitter, now I'm thinking it might be time they try to bust something inside.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. Looking to keep this a 1-run game, and a slider bounces, and that gets away. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. And the slider misses here, so he runs the count full 3-2. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Around third and being waved on home. And he is in to score as well, so the lead swells to 6-3. And he is into second base with a 2-run double.
This is a guy you don't want to make a mistake to with runners on base, because when you do, he normally does something like this. This is a bolt right here. You could hang your laundry on this one, and it's going to wind up scoring 2.
Here's Starling Marte as he'll take a look at ball 1. For McCutchen, he's credited with double number 11 so far this year. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Fastball at 96 on the radar gun, and it's 1-1. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
And now here 1-2. This is where you need your best pitch. You've got to strand that runner out there at second base and keep the deficit just at 3.
Chopped in front of home plate. Gonna be a tough play. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 7th inning coming up. Bucks out in front, 6-3. Back here in Pittsburgh, it's on to the 7th inning with the Pirates leading in this one. But before the inning gets underway, let's check out the game summary to this point. As Drupal Cabrera is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least 1 back here in this inning.
And some action now in the Pirates bullpen. They've got a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. Popped high in the air. Mauer is there to take it, and they're able to take care of Cabrera on just a single pitch.
This isn't always the way you want to play it here. I mean, it's late in the game. Your guys are losing. Wouldn't be such a bad idea to take a pitch or 2. Instead, he chases after the very first pitch, and it's an easy out.
Juan Lagares stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. First offering on its way. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
1 out, nobody on. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Trying to strike him out for the second time. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
And here's a look at his pitches by inning so far. He's up to 82 now, so he's been able to keep that count fairly low and not run up too many high-stress innings.
Alejandro De Aza will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 16, Alejandro De Aza.
And, looked inside, but that's ruled a strike, 0-1.
Now, he might have been on the on-deck circle just saying, man, I get 1 at-bat and it's against this guy? Thanks a lot.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Yeah, and about the only drawback you have to having so many strikeouts is that it really runs that pitch count up. And you can see on the graphic right here that total's starting to get up there now, so he may be getting just a little bit tired.
David Wright will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
The 0-1. Runner goes for second. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw. Not in time as he steals second.
Boy, I think he's pretty lucky to get in there safely on this play. It's a decent jump, but I think a good throw might nail him down there. Instead, you see it's wide of the mark, off to the shortstop side of the base, and he's able to beat that tag to get in safely.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And a good 0-2 pitch there, but Wright able to lay off to make it a ball and 2 strikes.
And this guy's not hitting over 300 by accident. He's got a very good knowledge of the strike zone, and he knows when to lay off.
To first. Mauer's there. And the stolen base winds up as a moot point as the inning is over. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. Stretch time coming up here in Pittsburgh. It's the Pirates 6 and the Mets 3. Henry Mejia will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Henry Mejia.
Digging in now, Joe Mauer. He's looking to go 4 for 4 with a base hit right here. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Yeah, and if you got him to look at the first pitch up there, why not throw it again? Also let her high. That puts him in a quick 0-2 hole.
Hit hard to the right side. Foul. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2. Drilled right back up the middle. And this is going to get on through into center, a leadoff hit.
have a night. 4 trips to the plate, 4 hits. They can't get him out.
David Freese ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Mejia sets. First pitch on its way. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Nobody out, runner on first. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. A pause and the 0-2. And this one gets away. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
You know, sometimes when you come into the game, the mound on the field is a little bit different than the one out there in the bullpen. I don't know if that affected him here at all. Maybe I'm just making excuses for him, but he hasn't been in the game for all that long, and he's already in court the wild pitch.
Taken high and deep to right. Back goes Lagares at the track, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's a 7-3 ball game.
Awfully good start to the inning right here. You get the leadoff man into second base, and they'll just switch spots as he's chased home on the RBI double.
Into the box, Chris Stewart. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. For Freese, he stands at second with his 13th double of the year. One 1-0 pitch on the way. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Third double of the game for these guys as you see the comparison there. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Now this pitch sails up and in, and that leaves him muttering to himself. It's ball 2.
He did not like that one bit. Now, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Well, he almost hit him on the last pitch, and he's showing he doesn't care. He's coming right back inside.
A runner at second, nobody out. Swing and a line drive. Foul. Swinging a soft liner. And a flip to first from Cabrera in time for the first out.
Well, you're not going to advance that runner if you're going to hit the ball right there. This forces them to hold at second base, and depending on how things turn out from here, that could very easily wind up costing you a run.
Here's Jordy Mercer now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Throw gets him, 2 down. Garrett Cole will get a shot now in an RBI spot, so a chance to help his own cause here.
And he's got a hit in the game already, so he can handle the bat at least a little bit.
Matt Joyce will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Matt Joyce.
Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Hot shot on the ground is short. Right to Cabrera. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. But the Pirates get a run here on the RBI double. We'll march on to the 8th. It's now a 4-run lead at 7-3. Felipe Rivero will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
73, Felipe Rivero.
Neil Walker will be the first one to greet him as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
When you're 0 for 3 in a game already, I think you're really happy to see a new pitcher in this ballgame. Maybe something will change for him.
And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
Right back, same pitch, also knee high. He wasn't buying that one either. He's going to have to do something now. He's down 2 strikes.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Here it comes on 0-2. And a swing and a miss as Walker is down on strikes for the first out. Pirates lead this one in front of the home crowd here at PNC Park in Pittsburgh as you get a look at our line score to this point in the contest. Yoenis Cespedes will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point. And a fastball's in there for strike one. Bases are empty, 1 man out. This is in the air to left. Marte is under it. And he makes the catch for the second out.
First baseman number 21, Lucas Duda.
Lucas Duda will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty darn good job against him in this series.
I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Down in order go the Mets. They're down 4. It's 7-3. Addison Reed is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Addison Reed.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Josh Harrison. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Looks like a left-hander has begun to get loose out in that Mets bullpen. Fastball in there for a called strike. Reed sets. Here it is on 0-1. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Here it comes on 1-1. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Drives it the other way to deep right. Lagares ranging back, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Fielder number 25, Gregory Polanco.
Into the box now, Gregory Polanco. He singled his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In there, strike 1. A 1 pitch on its way. Hit hard but foul. Here's the 0-2. And he starts to go after it. Question was, did he hold up in time? Yes, indeed, says the third base umpire. The 1-2 pitch. And that misses 2-2. Hard hit ball to second. And a reach to his backhand side at second, but this finds a way by.
A good job there making a 2-strike adjustment. Very compact there. He uses the middle of the field, and this just finds its way into center for a base hit.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. One and 1, here it comes. Now a fastball that just misses here as the count moves to 2-1. All even now, 2-2. Two and 2 count. Here it comes. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Lagares is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down.
Oh, it makes such a difference here when you play during the day versus playing at night. 6 hours ago, this might have split the gap, but here it hangs up just long enough for him to run it down out there in right center field.
Here's Starling Marte as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does two things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal at all.
And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball one. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left. Home run number 9 on the year, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
Well, it's just a little in, and not a terrible location, really. But if you're sitting on that pitch in that spot, you could certainly do some damage, and he absolutely did some right there. That's a 2-run homer.
Now batting, first baseman.
So here's Joe Mauer as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. Two out, nobody on. This is line to left. Cespedes is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. The Pirates are able to add on to their lead, and after a long dry spell, the good times are back again in the Steel City. Back with more on our Wednesday night showcase right after this. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show from Pittsburgh, PA. 9th inning about to start in this one. Leading off the inning, Travis d'Arnaud, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
Archimedes Caminero will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here.
Caminero.
9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. A little bouncer. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. 2 outs away from a victory here that you'd have to say will be a rather convincing one.
You know, Matt, in every phase of the game, hitting, pitching, defense, it all favors the home side here. Top to bottom, they've been the better team.
Curtis Granderson digs in. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and he went down in flames, too. Got him on just 3 pitches.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Here's that swing again. This is in show motion, and you'll see that that's a few inches above the thumbs. He'll be feeling that one all night long.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw to first to be in time for the final out, and the Pirates have taken the rubber match of this three-game set as this ball game is over.
You know, they aren't always quite so easy, but this one was never really in much doubt as they cruise home to that 6-run victory.
Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he really came through with a dominating pitching performance. You see there, 12 strikeouts, and that doesn't even tell the whole story. That was as good as I've ever seen him pitch.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Pirates win it 9-3. Good night from Pittsburgh.
Here now is our final line score tonight for the victorious Pirates. 9 runs on 18 hits.